what do I like about him?
Weber and Pollard, yeah.
Oh, I think both of them are good running backs. I think Pollard gets a bad rap. That, when he was at Memphis, he wasn't the guy, and he wasn't that downhill banger. But he has a lot of skill sets that a lot of backs don't have, as far as his receiving skills, his ability to run routes, and he can run the ball inside. I think he's a little bit bigger than people thought he was, and he's doing well. Him and Mike both. Mike's more of a traditional three-down back and can run all our runs, and we're just excited to have them both.
So Pollard, can he pick up the blitz a little bit, or is that?
Oh yeah, he's plenty big enough to do that. Plenty smart enough. It's just he needs an opportunity. We get the training camp, get the pads on. He'll have an opportunity to do that. So I fully believe he will be able to do that.
Is it hard to manage how you want to use him at times? Because you also have Zeke too.
Yeah. It's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation.
You got Zeke too?
Yeah, they have Zeke too. Yes.
It's going to be a great problem to have when you have that type of talent in your room. We just have to be creative in how we use them. So it's going to be a really good thing, camp, figuring out what we can do with him, what we want to do with those three guys, and we're looking forward to working with him.
What are you looking for from Zeke this time of year?
Just being sharp, being a leader. We understand what he can do and what he is as a runner. We know he's going to be ready to go when September comes. We just want to make sure he's mentally ready, getting out here and getting physically ready as far as just his wind and running well, and things of that nature. We know he's going to be where he needs to be come July.
Have you talked to him about lightening his load?
I'm not really talking to him. Next question. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Has he talked to him about lightening his load? Because he certainly didn't seem open to that he needed to lighten his load.
He doesn't need to. I think any athlete that is and his caliber does not want his load lightened, but we have to be responsible coaches and understand that we have to take care of him and make sure we get guys that are going to play behind him, that there's not a lot of drop off, and make sure that he's fresh come December, January.
Do you talk to him about leadership and how he can develop that, or let him figure that out?
I kind of just want him to develop that on his own. Obviously, we want to push him towards that because he is a leader on this team. And so it's a situation, we talk about it, and I kind of put it out there for him, and he's taken it and ran with it. He's a great leader, great with the young guys. He's an awesome dude.
How would you describe his leadership off the field this offseason?
I think his leadership it's more of a big brother type of thing with the younger guys. He kind of takes them under his wing and teaches them the stuff that needs to happen. He's not a yeller or screamer. If he needs to say something that he needs to correct them, he'll take them to the side and do it. He doesn't try to embarrass people. So he's a leader in that way, and I think that's the best way, especially with younger players. They're already nervous. They're already trying to feel their way around, and if you have somebody screaming on you, it's going to make it even worse. So if you can bring a guy to the side and just talk to him and make him understand that this is not the way we do it, it tends to work a little bit better.
Did it come naturally to him, or did having Alfred Morris, Darren McFadden, those guys early?
I think he had a lot of older guys around him that helped him develop that, and he's doing well with it.
Gary, how do you determine the ideal number of touches for Zeke per game and per season?
Well, I think it's a thing you have to be nimble with. I think that you have to understand the flow of the game, what's going on in the game. Is it a critical point in the game? I don't think you can put a number on it. You'd like to be in some type of range, but you don't want to put a stamp number on it and say, okay, he's only going to get this amount. Because the ebbs and flows of the game, you just don't know what's going to happen. We've got to do a good job on trying to control his touches, but at the end of the day, the game is probably going to dictate what's going to happen.
But have you heard any of there's one story that goes way back where he didn't talk to Garrett for a week because he wanted to put in a different tight end for
Well, we talk about it all the time. This is the 2019 Dallas Cowboys, so we like to live in the now.
So with him back, what's been the biggest impact he's had in the room at this point?
Well, obviously, he's a Hall of Fame player, and to have him back, the experiences he brings up conversations that, when you have a group of younger players that are learning the position and day-to-day everything's something new, he'll bring up things that maybe they haven't thought of or things that he's done in the past. And so it's a great reference for them. And then just when they're able to turn on the tape and watch how he executes assignments, the things we talk about, you put up the PowerPoint presentation when you install plays, but it's different when you get out there and there's moving parts.
How does it challenge you having a guy like that in the room?
Well, you better be on your A game every day, and the way he's played the game for so many years and the way he approaches every day is why he is the player he is. So you better have your A game and you better be ready to go.
Have you noticed that yet? Has there been a time where he called you, you're like, hey, wait a minute, you said this, or Anything
Oh,
that
I
happened?
mean, I think it's always ongoing discussion. Hey, what are we going to do this? You know, hey, there's an adjustment here. I mean, and the thing about Witt's so great is that, you know, he's got so much experience of doing it over an extended period of time. He's seen just about everything there is to see at the position. So you can have conversations. You know, we talk about what level are we teaching at? Is it 100 level class or is it 500 level? You know, we're in graduate school here. So we're talking about things at the highest level. It's great conversation, and it's great for the young guys because, you know, they're taking all that in and it helps them progress.
You mentioned living in the now. I imagine through doing so, him playing 97% of the snaps is probably not likely. How do you guys dance that delicate balance with him in terms of practice reps and things like that?
Oh, I don't think there's anything delicate about it. It's, you know, we're going to go out and we're going to have a script and go through practice where we're going to, the whole point right now is for Witt to get back to where his body's feeling great, to where he's prepared to play in football shape, you know, and when you sit out a year, you know, obviously just getting back in that. That's been the whole point of emphasis this offseason, just getting back into shape. Obviously, he's had some days where he hasn't worked, but he's doing a great job, and obviously the roles and the number of snaps, those will all take care of themselves.
Regarding Gallup, where is he in terms of kind of making that next step to be what you guys need him to be as the number 2?
As a 2? I mean, he was trending upwards as a 2 last year, so I don't want to put, hey, we want you to get to this. Just let him progress naturally and he'll get there. Because he's that type. He works, he studies, he trains hard, so it'll come.